She had no formal training, no university degree, and no connections. But Jane Goodall, armed only with passion, walked into a jungle and changed science forever. This is the story of how a quiet, curious girl became one of the most powerful voices for nature the world has ever known. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is where we dive deep into the real journeys behind global changemakers, how they struggled, pivoted, and persevered. Today's story is about someone who didn't just study the world. She helped us feel it differently. Dr. Jane Goodall, a rebel scientist, a conservation warrior, and a global icon who proved that you don't need credentials to change the world. You just need conviction. Jane grew up in 1930s England, obsessed with animals. While other kids were playing house, Jane was climbing trees, observing chickens, and reading Tarzan, dreaming of living with wild animals in Africa. But here's the thing, she had no money, no academic background, and back then, science wasn't exactly a space that welcomed women, especially not young, wide-eyed girls without university degrees. Still, she didn't wait for permission. She saved money, worked as a waitress, and bought a one-way ticket to Kenya. It was the 1950s, and that move? It was unheard of. Most people told her she was crazy, but that's the first lesson. Takeaway. Number 1. You don't need the right credentials. You need the right obsession. Passion fuels resilience. It keeps you moving when logic says, quit. Once in Africa, Jane met famed archaeologist Louis Leakey, who saw something in her that academics couldn't teach: deep patience, empathy, and intuitive observation. He hired her to study chimpanzees in the Gombe forest of Tanzania. And this was no luxury safari. Jane was alone, under-equipped, and often sick. But she watched. She waited. And then she made history. Jane observed chimpanzees using tools, something scientists thought only humans did. That one discovery shattered the barrier between man and animal. But she wasn't celebrated at first. The scientific community mocked her, questioned her methods, her lack of credentials, even her gender. Takeaway 2. Your work may be rejected before it's respected. Keep going. If Jane had waited to be accepted before acting, the world would have missed one of its greatest discoveries. Jane didn't stop at science. After decades in the field, she realized it wasn't enough to study animals. We needed to protect them. So she left the forest and entered the chaos of public speaking, policy battles, and youth activism. Today, in her 80s, she travels the world, over 300 days a year, fighting for conservation and empowering youth through her Roots and Shoots program, which now spans over 60 countries. Takeaway number 3. When your purpose evolves, evolve with it. Science was Jane's path, but impact became her mission. Here's what most people don't know. Jane's journey wasn't just adventurous. It was often lonely. She faced malaria, loss, public criticism, and being dismissed by male scientists. There were days she almost gave up, days she doubted her voice. But what kept her going was this one belief. Every individual makes a difference, every day. Whether you're in a lab, a classroom, or just at home wondering if your dreams are too wild, remember this. Takeaway number 4. Don't wait to be loud to be heard. Just keep showing up. Jane's story teaches us that credentials, fame, or power don't make a legacy. Courage does. So what's your forest? What's your chimpanzee moment? Drop a comment below. What's the one idea or dream that keeps calling you, even when it seems out of reach? We read every comment, and this community is all about rising together. If you found this story inspiring, hit like and subscribe. We've got more raw, real stories of underdogs and trailblazers coming up. And if Jane Goodall could reshape science with no degree and a dream, imagine what you can do when you stop waiting and start doing. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and keep creating impact.